never seen a rope. Pop out like the boogeyman, thought you seen a ghost. Yeah, pressure, so impressive. Ain't no pressure, no pressure. Ain't no pressure, so impressive. Yeah, I'm pressure.
What is the big old deal, man? We are back cracking for another one. You already know it's your boy Don Mello. And yes, today we got, damn, who do we got? 50 Cent and Marlon Wayans, man. I almost forgot. I almost had a brain fart real quick. But anyway, though, man. Woo. Feeling good, feeling great, man. Got a little run in today. Hopefully y'all did too. You know, you got to stay on your workout tip, man. But let's go ahead and get into it, though, without further ado. Oh, I'm tripping. Hold on. All right, there we go.
People are talking about. 50 has appeared on every media platform to promote this documentary, and it is working, as the doc has gotten tens of millions of views on Netflix and is currently trending.
Diddy,
But despite all the
50 Cent
positive
diabolical,
reactions the
bro.
documentary has been receiving, there are a few who have come out to condemn it. People who, instead of giving 50 Cent credit for getting the truth out there, regardless of why he did it, are calling him out and defending Diddy. One of the main detractors of the documentary was actor and comedian Marlon Wayans, who for the past few days has been rather outspoken about the documentary and 50 Cent, making it clear that he thinks 50 is wrong for making this doc. This has sparked a hilarious
How is he wrong for making a documentary about information that we already knew that came out in this whole, man? Hold on. Matter of fact, out of all the people, like, how can you defend somebody who done screwed over as many people as Diddy has? You know what I'm saying? He didn't let people take the rap for him from going to jail. Hold on, y'all. I forgot to put the little chat up so I can see what's going on. But like, this is Diddy we talking about, bro. This is not no saint. You know what I mean? That we talking about. We talking about Diddy, bro. He didn't order hits on people, allegedly. He didn't try to get people's car blown up. He didn't got people killed, allegedly. You know, we know for a fact that he was drugging people. We know for a fact that he was, he's into a lot of freaky things. We know for a fact that he done screwed a lot of people over in their contracts, screwed a lot of people over out of and tricked them out of their bag. You know, so like, I don't even understand how you can defend somebody who just bad all around. You know, that's crazy.
back and forth between the internet's most gangster
And
troll.
I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear no. Oh, this is another black man and da, da, da. Nah. You should have thought about that when you was out here robbing people from their money, and giving them shitty ass record deals and having people work for you, producers, camera people, assistants and stuff like that. You should have thought about that before you screwed them over, bro.
Marlon Wayans. Now, while Marlon might seem like he's just speaking up for his friend Diddy, in reality, the real reason he's defending Diddy is much deeper than you'd think. By the end of this video, you will understand why Marlon is going so hard to defend Diddy. Hey guys, I hope all is well.
Hold on, we're gonna skip past this. Let's go.
Robbing just about everyone around him and pretty much running around terrorizing the music industry for over 30 years. It's important to note that while 50 Cent is an executive producer on the documentary, he's not the one making these allegations in the doc. Everything Diddy was accused of in this doc was accusations made by people who worked or were around him. 50 just played a part in narrating the story and getting the footage, and now putting his face.
And that's another thing, yeah. For people who don't know, bruh, this is not 50 Cent's documentary. 50 Cent was just the face of it. See the woman that's sitting next to him? Now that's the person I want to say that's who documentary is. But I know I could be wrong on that part, but I know for a fact this is not 50 Cent's documentary. They just use his name, and his likeliness to basically to get it out there to the public because they know 50 Cent got a big name and they know he's known for going viral. Also, he got the whole vendetta going on with Diddy. You know, he's been trolling Diddy for years, so it just made sense, right? Marketing wise.
Behind the documentary for promotion, but all the allegations were made by the people Diddy hurt directly. So the whole narrative that 50 Cent is accusing Diddy of all of this is not true. 50 didn't even talk in the documentary at all. In fact, none of the allegations in the documentary were new. If you have watched me since 2021, you would know I exposed all of this about Diddy years ago. All of this was well-known information for anyone who researched hip-hop. Yet, people are trying to frame all of this like 50 Cent is the one who created all these narratives about Diddy. That is simply not the case. Now, did 50 Cent get involved with this Diddy doc for the sake of revealing the truth and exposing a monster? Obviously no. We all know 50 is only pushing this documentary because he hates Diddy. Diddy not only tried to test him by offering him a shopping date, but when 50 turned him down, he turned Diddy into his enemy for life. So Diddy got his revenge by recruiting 50's baby mother for his freak-off roster. Diddy had 50 Cent's baby mother at the hotel, doing the most deplorable things imaginable. A woman who 50 Cent seemed to respect enough to not only publicly claim her, but also go on to have a baby with her. Diddy knew this and essentially turned her into a high-class escort. If we are to be real with each other, that is the only reason 50 attached himself to this. I believe this documentary was happening with or without 50, but those behind this doc knew that if 50 got involved, it would go viral, and it did. While 50's motives behind this are clearly rooted in vengeance, I don't care. I don't think it matters why and how this information got released. Only that the information got released in a mainstream level. Diddy is everything this documentary paints him as and worse. So is Clive Davis, whom I just did a video on, and many others in the industry too. All of this information in this documentary is common news, but the industry operates with a strict code of silence. Honestly, ask yourself if you think the industry didn't already know about Diddy before the arrest and the allegations. You don't think they knew he was a monster way before this documentary? Everyone in the industry, especially in hip-hop, knew what Diddy was all about. But they all said nothing. You know why? Because all of the other executives are doing the same thing. It's how the music industry in Hollywood operates. Diddy was molded by Clive Davis, and Clive was molded by his boss, so on and so on. They were all groomed, and they passed down this behavior from generation to generation. The artists know this, and they know they are expected to stay quiet about it all. That is the code of secrecy they live by. That's the real reason everyone in Hollywood is coming after 50 now. So many industry puppets are coming out of the woodworks to defend Diddy right now. They all have something negative to say about 50 doing this documentary while defending Diddy at the same time. Ask yourself, why do you think they're doing this? Because 50 Cent broke the secret code of silence by attaching himself to this documentary. He's basically co-signing the allegations and snitching on Diddy in the industry. These people are all industry puppets. They themselves have either been to the party and seen the activities for themselves, or likely even participated in it. They can't co-sign this documentary when they themselves were having fun with Diddy. Believe it or not, they're still going to the industry freak-offs even while Diddy is in jail. You think Diddy is the only one having these freak-offs in Hollywood? This is normal in Hollywood. Diddy isn't the only freaky deviant in the industry. There are many of them. This is why men like Marlon Wayans have come out going after 50 Cent. As most of you likely saw, Marlon recently did an interview where he was asked about the Diddy doc. Wayans instantly started condemning the documentary and calling out 50 Cent for his involvement.
50 and Puff have a long...
I don't know, man. I don't know. Ever since Kai Cenat stream where Marlon Wayans had like basically like wished death on or was alluding to one of Kai Cenat's homies, Punga, you know, being deceased in 2 years. Like, bro, that shit was so awkward and weird. Ever since he did that, that had me looking at him sideways. Even, you know, shit. Yeah, man, that had me looking at him sideways. Like, bro, his energy it ain't, like, don't get me wrong, he's still funny to some extent, but, you know, he give me real dark energy vibe now. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just, his energy it reeks negativity, negative, you know, dark. It ain't like back in the day when we seen the Wayans brother, that Marlon now, it's a whole new Marlon. Obviously, people grow. Everybody changes over time. You know, people develop and, you know, shit happens. But I don't know, man. Something about his energy, it's just off to me.
Term beef. It's personal. It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is going
to. If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
You think we'll see that day?
Huh?
You think we'll see that day?
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff. You know,
Hey, Marlon, have you seen that the documentary, the 50 Cent?
No, I
documentary
haven't seen it yet.
For Diddy.
I haven't seen it.
Oh man, you working
Everybody
hard.
telling me you got to see it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
part of me don't want to see it
You probably don't.
because it's all skewed, man. Like when you put stuff together, you create whatever narratives you want to, and at the end of the day, everybody being programmed. You know, right now the man's serving time.
Right.
You know he went before the court. The court said this, and everything is God. But God said this is what he got to do. He got to do 5 years in pen. Let him do his 5 years.
When 50 Cent responded to Marlon, they went into a full-on internet beef, with both celebrities trading insults and jokes back and forth. Now, Marlon claims he isn't defending Diddy. He just thinks 50 Cent is whack for involving himself in the documentary.
I'm gonna make it abundantly clear.
How is it whack for? So was it whack when Diddy was slutting out his baby mama? Where was it whack when he did that? Because that's not cool on no type of level. Was it whack then? You know what I'm saying? Like if we gonna call somebody out, we gotta keep it clean all across the board. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not here defending Diddy. Somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. So please look at the whole clip that I did.
That's not creating. The documentary wasn't creating narratives. These are literally multiple people, and trust me, it's plenty more people that could speak on. And hey, at some point, if everybody is saying the same thing or something similar, bro, it got to be some truth to it, bro. Come on now. And it's a lot of stuff, a lot of evidence, a lot of shit that did not come out in this trial or in Diddy's trial. So let's let that be known too. There's a lot of things that got dismissed and thrown out that wasn't spoken about in the trial. Now, this is not rumors. This is not allegations. This ain't none of that, bro. This is literally witnesses, multiple different witnesses speaking on the same guy and speaking on similar situations, bro. This is no longer narratives no more. At some point, it's not a narrative, bro. Come on now, let's be real. 50 Cent didn't even say nothing in the documentary. So, like, yeah, come on now.
And then look what happens with the narrative. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, freedom of speech. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this troll.
But he is clearly defending Diddy, and it's not just because they're friends. Marlon knows he has to obey that celebrity code of silence. He was sent in, like many others, to defend Diddy and deny that these things happen in Hollywood. But Marlon knows these things happen. He admits that he has been to many Diddy parties and loved them.
Been to plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, I've never seen the stuff that they claim.
Keyword, you see what he said? Along with Denzel Washington said the same thing. The same thing Chris Brown said. And a number of other people. They all say the same thing. So yeah, of course you never seen nothing that the negative side of Diddy. You know why? Because you didn't stick around for them after parties. Now, come on now. Like, let's be real, bro. You see what he said. He left at a specific time. And there's multiple people that said the same goddamn thing. So, of course, yeah, you don't want to know because then, you know, you don't want to carry that burden. That's all that is. You don't want to know. It's like, do what you're going to do, but I don't want to know what you're going to do because I don't want to be involved. I don't want to carry that burden.
Going on? I never seen it. I never, those aren't the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of parties. And even if I go, like I said, I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen? Yes. At what time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30. You mean 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good. Yeah. He talked too much. I've never seen it. Never seen nothing. You know, I see drugs, you know. Yeah. I don't be seeing like, I'm not a man that's about the gangbangs and the this and that. Yeah. If I party, I like my own party. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even if I'm me and, you know, back in the day, it'd be me and some chicks. It'd be me and some chicks. I don't need me, some chicks, and some dick.
That's why he said the infamous lines, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." We all know what he was referring to. Now, the most interesting thing about all of this is that recently Marlon Wayans was in the movie Him, where he played a star football player who was essentially a part of the secret cult that runs the world. In the movie, his character Isaiah White was grooming Cameron, the protagonist of the film, to get him ready to sell his soul and take the oath in order to be the next GOAT. In the movie, Marlon literally plays a puppet of the elite, showing that he was controlled by the secret societies.
This film is about the relationship between a student and his hero. Him means the GOAT.
The greatest of all time.
Legend, man. The one person who deserves respect among all, and this film begs the question,
To be a star, what are you willing to sacrifice?
Isaiah is trying to teach Cam, you need to make these sacrifices to be the GOAT. It's for greatness.
If you want to be the GOAT, you have to take it from me.
You think it's a coincidence that he's out here trying to call out 50 and defend Diddy? He is nothing but an industry puppet. Marlon sold out long ago. He did all the humiliation rituals, all the industry parties, and paid the price to make it to the top. That's why he was dressing like a woman in White Chicks. We all know they make every celebrity that's sold out wear a dress and be a woman for a role. Dave Chappelle called this out, Cat Williams called this out, and as you can see, almost all the celebrities do this. Marlon Wayans took the same oath and wore the dress for Hollywood. That alone confirms he is one of the biggest puppets in the industry. He, like all the other puppets, have even performed at the Masonic Temple.
Yo, what's up, Detroit? Check it out. I'm going to be at the Masonic Temple Theater. It's February 8th. Be there. It's going to be funny. We're rocking out. I know it's gonna be cold.
Now, this make that whole little thing about him when I told you he went on Kaiser not stream. This kind of reminds me of that. Like, now, like, come on, bro. Like, you wearing dresses. And a lot of comedians going to be like, oh, it's just comedy. It's just comedy. It's just comedy. Yeah, growing up, it was comedy. It wasn't a bad movie. You know what I'm saying? I'll be fake to say it was a bad movie, but hold on. All right, should be back online now. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So, hold on. Damn. Let's see. Get it back focused. All right. We focused. Oh, no, we ain't focused. Let's get it focused. Okay, we back. We back now. So, yeah, like I was saying, man, like, see him wearing dresses. He's performing at Masonic Temple. You already know what the Masonic Temple is. I wouldn't even want to perform there, bro, because it's just the type of energy that I know goes on in there, you know. And come on, man. And then him going on Kaiser not stream, you know, just talking the way he was talking. It was just creepy. Like, it was just creepy, bro. I don't know. It's just me.
Oh, but we gonna be hot with these lads. Come see Wild Child Tour, Marlon Wayans. Probably do a meet and greet. Meet the fans, meet the people, take the pic, you know, star love. Pull up. All right?
When these celebrities host performances at the Masonic Temple, believe it or not, it's a ritual. These temples are designed to harvest energy during rituals. That's why many of the biggest artists perform at these Masonic temples. Marlon is a Masonic puppet. You can even find him doing the one-eye symbolism, not once, many times, as he's on the cover of Him doing it as well. What Marlon is doing by coming at 50 is doing his part to keep the industry secrets. That's why he's attacking him. He is protecting the industry, just like he promised he would when he took the oath. That's why all these other puppets are coming out as well. Ja Rule is another one who came out condemning 50, but Ja Rule hates 50 and also did a lot of partying with Diddy himself.
This rapper and him, they all in the room together. Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm here at the door and stuff like that. Like, yeah. So then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff.
He was busy getting busy by Puff. What you mean, nigga? Yeah, he was, yeah. Don't get it wrong. Yeah. He was busy, getting busied on by Puff. Shit. He was getting diddified. He was getting diddled. He was getting diddled, bro. Ain't no way I'm going in a room with another grown ass man and some females, bro. That's some shit you do like when you like teenager. You know what I mean? When you with the bros and shit like that. You know, y'all doing your thing. Y'all young, naive. Y'all just, just wild. As a grown man, you should not be in another room getting busy with women and like, nah, bro. That's just nah, bro.
They're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bro, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Jay, that's my cousin. He know me well. And Puff was like, yo, Jay, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. Say, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on.
Many other celebrities are blatantly trying to deny the claims as well in this documentary. They are all making sure that they tell the world they don't believe the doc and they don't support it. This is because they don't want the truth out there. They are protecting the industry secrets. That's why everyone in the industry downplayed what Diddy did. If you followed the Diddy trial, you can tell the courts were heavily protecting Hollywood and even Diddy as well. There was a lot of stuff the courts purposely kept from the public, and the prosecution left out a lot of charges to protect the rest of Hollywood.
And I didn't even watch this video, bro. But so I'm telling y'all, man, like this whole thing with Diddy, it was just something. It was like a BTA, a belt to ass, real quick. It was just let me spank you because you nigga, you're doing too much. Let me put you back in your. Let me humble you real quick. I'm gonna let you know who's boss, like who's running, who really running. I don't care about your $1 billion. We're gonna let you know who really runs this. And that's what they did. And once they got the message across to them, all right, you know what? We're just gonna give you a slap on the wrist and give you about 5 years in penitentiary, and you'll be all right. I'm telling you, man.
For example, they never revealed the footage they confirmed they had of other celebrities involved in freak-offs. They also kept other celebrity names from coming out as well. They also didn't charge him with any real crimes, like the stuff he allegedly did to countless minors, or the crimes he committed at the nightclub. This was the courts defending Hollywood, because at the end of the day, the elite run everything. The courts themselves helped humanize Diddy's crimes, painting them as not bad and dismissing his most serious allegations. At least this documentary boldly addressed the allegations. Now obviously, the documentary didn't reveal the most important secret, that being that these puppets are all Masons that took the oath. But they at least made it clear that Diddy did have Biggie and Tupac taken out and showed just how much of a monster he truly is. Now while yes, 50 did it all for revenge, at least he did it. Let me be clear. I know 50 Cent is a part of the same industry as Diddy. He has seen the same stuff, and who knows what he himself has participated in. I know for a fact 50 would have not said nothing if it wasn't for what Diddy did to him. But that doesn't change the fact that he went against the grain and helped spread this information about Diddy. At the end of it all, that's what matters. That the truth gets revealed so others can avoid becoming victims.
Whether 50 put out the documentary or not, bro, like we already knew all of this stuff, a lot, or the majority of it. You know what I mean? So this is not, all they did was put it on a national scale and like commercialize it. That's it. But this is stuff we didn't heard plenty of interviews of people saying the same shit. And then we got to see a little insight when he was in the car, when he was on his last days before he's getting ready to go to jail. he was in the car, and when those people hugged him, he got in the car, and he basically just made it seem like they were just beneath him, and they were dirty, and like he's too clean for that. Like, just like 50 said, man, it was a shot at his character. The whole point he wanted to get this out, it was to showcase his character as a person, which the course already didn't showcase that anyway. But this was just like a icing on the cake, if you ask me. But anyway, though, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. I'm gone.
Seen a rope, pop out like the boogeyman, thought you seen a ghost. Yeah, pressure, so impressive. Ain't no pressure, no pressure. Ain't no pressure. He's over here recording. Ain't no pressure.